We can say that the Joker is the greatest villain of all time, loved by all of us, and sometimes even outshining Batman. If you were to ask 100 people passing by on the street, at least 90 would know the most popular movie antagonist, perhaps. But do you think Joker is truly understood despite being loved this much? We might have overlooked the things he warned us about. But don't worry, it's time to see how right the Joker is. Most people think that the Joker is just a purposeless individual trying to create chaos. In reality, though, the Joker is not such a simple character. His purpose is very different. So let me tell you what the real purpose of the Joker is. Why do you think the Joker doesn't kill Batman? Yes, you're surprised because we've always wondered why Batman doesn't kill the Joker. But despite having many opportunities, why doesn't the Joker kill Batman? Have you ever given it any thought? The first thing to realize is that Batman and the Joker are like black and white. The Joker embodies anarchy and the harsh reality of life, whereas Batman stands for order. Unfortunately, despite the fact that most people think of the Joker as being aimless and only out to cause mayhem, the Joker has always had a strategy or goal. There were motives behind his coercion of mafia bosses, compelling them to act in ways that exposed society's hypocrisy, and tying Harvey and Rachel up to eventually force Batman to make a decision. These weren't all random acts performed by someone. In actuality, putting aside the notion of having no purpose, Joker is like a modern-day philosopher wandering around with a knife, trying to make a point. He uses Gotham as an experimental stage for this, holding it in the palm of his hand. Batman, on the other hand, serves as the experiment's main character. According to the Joker, society is hypocritical. Even those who appear good are only so due to the position society has placed them in because of the system. In other words, choices are influenced by the system. As for Batman's place in all this, according to the Joker, Batman is the most honest person. And if Batman can become corrupt, it means anyone can become corrupt. This is why the Joker frustrates Batman throughout the film, mocking him and forcing him to make choices. The Joker's intention was never to kill Batman or anything like that. He simply wanted to ruffle Batman's feathers a little. The Joker will always be one step ahead of Batman no matter what he does. For example, he murdered Rachel, the woman Batman adored with ease. He has lied to Batman several times. He made Batman look foolish by simultaneously grabbing Harvey and Rachel. His entire goal has been to enrage Batman to the point that he changes into someone else, and he has had Batman in the palm of his hand. That's when he will prove that everyone in society can become corrupt. The Joker first makes all the mafia leaders in the city dependent on him. Initially, these guys think the Joker is just a criminal chasing money. But they are mistaken, because money doesn't matter much to the Joker. His goal is absolute power. In this grand experiment, he wants to strengthen his position and gather men he can use against Batman. And of course, he gets them when he wants. In a short time, the Joker gains everyone's loyalty, accomplishing what Batman couldn't do for years, and he subdues the entire criminal underworld. Now there are only two major players left in Gotham. As I said, life is black and white. That's how it is in Gotham now. Batman respects structure. Under his true identity, he is adamant that he can make things right. He supports Harvey as a result. He has faith that he can rebuild Gotham. Harvey, in Batman's opinion, is a role model in society. He is a wonderful leader above all else because he is decent, honest, and prepared to stake his life for justice. In other words, Harvey is dependable enough for Batman to give him control of the city. And this is crucial for Batman because everything he believes in is symbolized by Harvey Dent. If a good system can be established, Batman believes more than anything that Gotham can be cleaned up. And according to Batman, Harvey is the only person who can achieve this. As for the Joker, he is the opposite of all these. While order keeps people together, he thinks that all of this is fake and hypocritical. According to him, even justice and the rules are a huge lie, just like society itself. People are merely playing the roles assigned by the system. Universal morality is a massive absurdity. Joker drags Gotham into immense chaos to prove these points, because chaos in Joker's view, reveals everything. In a chaotic environment, people don't hesitate to do things that would not normally be condoned. They loot stores, kill each other for food. Joker is actually saying that when people are not dictated by imposed rules, they crumble. This is proof that the greatest deception of society is. I am asking you, if you were to find a case full of money, would it be your conscience that prevents you from spending it, or your fear of being punished? There will certainly be people who won't do it because of their conscience. But most people refrain from committing crimes because they fear rules and authority. If there is no authority to judge them, that's when their true faces emerge. That's why the Joker creates chaos in the city. At every opportunity, he tests people's morality. For instance, he tells people that if they don't kill a man named Coleman Reese, he will blow up a hospital. People who have loved ones in the hospital then try to kill the man, disregarding all rules. The movie is filled with many tests like this, but the greatest one is undoubtedly when the Joker places Harvey and Rachel in different buildings and forces Batman to make a choice. Batman will either choose to save Harvey for the benefit of Gotham as a whole, or to save Rachel out of love. Batman makes a choice for Rachel out of emotion. Sadly, it turns out that the Joker was correct. We may infer from this that Batman is not immune to corruption. Batman also goes to the incorrect addresses as he tries to save Rachel. Batman discovers Harvey instead of saving Rachel. Here, we understand that the Joker was aware of Batman's decision from the start. Actually, there was nothing that the Joker was curious about. He was certain of his own idea. He only wanted Batman to be aware of his correctness, because this was where the real fun was, to conclusively demonstrate his point. Harvey had avoided the blast, but he wasn't completely unharmed. He had lost part of his face. He was indignant when he realized Rachel hadn't lived. He had become mad. To say he was angry would be an understatement. Harvey had once stood for fairness and integrity, but he now had no confidence in anything. He desired to exact retribution on those accountable for Rachel's passing. One by one, he began killing those he thought were responsible. He didn't pause. The former hero of Gotham had vanished to be replaced by a ruthless murderer. Joker's triumph was even more obvious as Harvey's wrath grew. When Harvey stood before Batman as living proof of society's hypocrisy, Batman finally understood. Joker was indeed right. Harvey Dent could become corrupt too, even Batman himself. The public was still unaware of this. They saw Harvey as Gotham's White Knight. If they learned about Harvey's actions, they would lose their faith in order and goodness. Yes, people weren't flawless or inherently good. They had the potential to do anything under pressure. But deep down, they still held on to the belief in goodness. Yes, the Joker was right. Even the best people could change when faced with adversity. However, if you could convince them of goodness, give them a reason, a symbol to believe in, they would believe. By the end of the night, Batman had realized what had to be done. He now understood that Harvey was more than simply a single person. He was a vision that the city had created. He was a concept, not just a person. He stood for justice and goodness. He gave individuals a reason to live and hope. Gotham most desperately needs hope. Batman was the hero that night that Gotham City needed. By accepting responsibility for Harvey's actions, he assimilated into the shadows. By morning, Batman was a killer in the eyes of the public. Harvey, on the other hand, is a hero. He wasn't important to Batman. Batman hadn't done these things for praise anyway. Gotham needed this, and Batman was there. When everything was over, the Joker had been captured. The city was safe, and everyone saw it as a victory. But if we look at the truth, at the end of the night, Batman knew Joker was actually right. Life consists of black and white, and people are hypocritical. I'm curious about your thoughts on the truths Joker was trying to show and about Batman. I eagerly await your comments. Don't forget to comment and take care of yourselves until the next video.